You go to bed feeling fine, but by morning your words are slurred, your arm doesn't lift, your identity feels like it's slipping. A stroke has occurred, silently, overnight, and the culprit wasn't your diet or your age, it was your sleeping position. As a neurologist, I've witnessed strokes caused not by sugar, stress or smoking, but by how a person slept. Tonight, I'll share 9 common sleeping positions and habits that quietly raise your stroke risk and how to fix them before it's too late. Number 1. Sleeping flat on the back without a pillow. You might believe that lying flat on your back is the most natural position for spinal health, and in younger adults it often is. But in older individuals, sleeping without a pillow can impair venous drainage from the brain. When your head is level with or below your heart, and the veins in your neck have aged and stiffened, blood doesn't flow out of the brain as easily. It pools inside the skull, stagnates during the early dawn hours when blood pressure naturally rises, and sometimes it clots. Gerald Martinez, 77, a retired mechanic from New Mexico, had practiced this form of sleeping since his Navy days. Flat back, no pillow, hands folded. He woke one morning with slurred speech and confusion. A clot had formed in the night, completely silently. No pain, no struggle, just a shift in blood flow that his aging veins couldn't withstand. Today, Gerald sleeps with a raised wedge under his shoulders. A small elevation, roughly 30 degrees, to encourage gravity to help his brain. Number 2. Sleeping face down. The prone position, sleeping on your stomach, feels cozy to many, but neurologically it might be the riskiest of all. When you sleep face down, your neck turns sharply to one side. This compresses the vertebral arteries, which carry blood to the back part of your brain, the area responsible for coordination, balance and consciousness. Add a soft pillow pressing your face further down, and oxygen supply drops further, especially during REM sleep. Eleanor Javed, 82, a retired teacher, had used this position for most of her life. She claimed it helped with back pain, but one morning her daughter found her disoriented, unable to walk in a straight line. Her cerebellum had suffered a stroke. It wasn't cholesterol, it wasn't AFib. It was how her head turned in her sleep, night after night. Now she sleeps on her side, with a firm pillow for neck alignment, and hasn't had another episode since. Number 3. Sleeping with a blanket over the head. Running people, especially seniors, unknowingly trap themselves in low-oxygen environments by pulling blankets over their heads while sleeping. It blocks noise, light, and brings warmth. Yes, but it also reduces airflow. During sleep, oxygen decreases while carbon dioxide accumulates. As the brain enters deep sleep, it needs more oxygen, not less. Combined with age-related circulation changes, this increases clot likelihood. Ronald Gill, 81, from Minnesota, had slept with the blanket over his head every night since childhood. He found it soothing, like a cocoon. His wife found him unresponsive one morning. His scan showed a mild stroke deep in the cortex, a zone particularly sensitive to oxygen variation. He now uses breathable bedding and never covers his face. His sleep is lighter, but infinitely safer. Number 4. Sleeping in a recliner chair. Sleeping in a recliner may feel like the only option for those with chronic back pain, reflux, or hip issues. However, sleeping sitting up over long periods carries hidden dangers. In this semi-upright position, gravity pulls blood toward the legs, and the brain receives less. Blood may stagnate in the legs, especially in individuals with stiff or narrow arteries. Margaret Shah, 79, began sleeping in her recliner after ankle surgery. One night became 1 year. Her ankles were swelling every morning, and then one morning she couldn't move her right hand. A scan revealed a small deep stroke affecting movement. It had likely been triggered by compromised circulation during recliner sleep. With an adjustable hospital-type bed now installed, Margaret's circulation and sleep have returned to safer rhythms. Number 5. Sleeping on the side with your arm under the pillow. Ron tetting with your arm showertu, with your arm under the pillow or head. You compress critical vessels, your carotid artery, subclavian artery and brachial plexus. This slows down blood traveling to and from the brain and constricts the nerves. Over time, this can accumulate plaque or trigger clots during low-pressure sleep hours. Isaac Freeman, 76, a retired park ranger from Colorado, swore by this position, but after waking up with a heavy tongue and weakness in his left leg, he was rushed to the ER. Doctors found no heart issue, but noted narrowing in his compressed shoulder-side arteries. He was never told that his sleep could hurt his brain. Now he uses a body pillow and ensures his arms remain in front, not under his head or torso. Number 6. Constant restlessness at night. While sleeping too still can hurt circulation, sleeping too restlessly can create neurological instability. Frequent tossing, leg spasms or jerky turning means the body is fighting itself during sleep. Each time your position shifts, your brain is forced to recalibrate blood pressure and circulation, a task it handles well when young, but poorly as we get older. Nancy Vega, 78, a former piano instructor, noticed she was waking more tired each day. Her husband shared that she changed positions dozens of times per night. She believed it was normal aging, but it wasn't. Sleep testing revealed drops in oxygen and brain blood flow during the nights. Eventually, one early morning, she suffered a mini-stroke. She recovered and now takes magnesium, drinks plenty of water after dinner, and uses calming breathing exercises before bed. Number 7. Forgetting nighttime blood pressure or heart medication. None of your sleep hygiene will matter if you skip the protective therapy your body relies on. Blood thinners, antihypertensive, beta blockers, many must be taken specifically at night to prevent the dangerous early morning spike in blood pressure. Skipping them, even once, can open the door to clot formation. Thomas Lee, 73, forgot to take his medication on a Friday evening while watching a game with friends. He felt fine, so he didn't bother. By sunrise, his wife couldn't understand what he was saying. A clot had blocked blood flow during peak cortisol hours, between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. Now, Thomas keeps a mobile app, a bedside backup bottle, and never skips again. Consistency is what keeps clots away. Number 8. Sleeping in a cold room without neck support. Cold temperatures tighten aging arteries, especially in the neck. Add poor pillow support, and you've created the perfect scenario for constricting the vertebral or carotid arteries while you sleep. Loretta Chang, 78, loved sleeping with her windows open, but her pillow was flat, her head bent downward. The cold air and poor angle led to less oxygen to her brain for hours on end. One morning she was found confused, with one eye unable to stay open. A stroke in the brainstem, the center of consciousness. With a medium firm pillow and warmer room, Loretta continues to heal slowly. And she always reminds people, don't sleep as you did at 30, your arteries can't take it. Number 9. Sleeping after heavy meals or alcohol. Eating a rich, salty or oily meal, especially with alcohol before bed, compels your body to divert circulation to digestion instead of the brain. Alcohol first relaxes arteries, then suddenly narrows them as it wears off. This fluctuation causes pressure instability in older adults, especially during early morning hours. Edgar Miles, 74, enjoyed late dinners with family, big meals with dessert and whiskey. One night after steak, potatoes and drinks, he went to bed content and woke up unable to recall his granddaughter's name. A scan showed a frontal infarct caused by early morning vascular spasm and clotting. Now he eats earlier, drinks only occasionally, and prioritizes water intake before sleep. These habits aren't dangers in themselves. They become dangerous because we carry them with us as we age, without adjusting for the needs of our changing brain, vessels, and sleep cycles. The truth is, most strokes during sleep are preventable, and that prevention begins the moment you ask, "What have I ignored simply because it seemed harmless?" Tonight, you can fix that. Adjust your head elevation. Set a pill reminder. Skip that extra drink. Choose left side sleeping. Breathe freely. A stroke doesn't steal just movement. It can take away your identity, your stories, your voice. But now, you know how to guard them. If even one part of this video helped you, please comment 1 below. If you learned something new you'll apply, comment which habit you'll change. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this with someone you care about, especially if they're over 60. Because tonight's sleep shouldn't cost you tomorrow's life.